Starting a garden from seed is probably one of the most fulfilling and rewarding things we can do as gardeners, so if you've ever wanted to grow your own garden from seed, keep watching for 5 helpful tips. You can essentially plant seeds into any type of soil or potting mix. The main important thing is to make sure that you moisten your soil thoroughly before you go ahead and add any seeds. You can see here the difference between a moist soil and a dry soil. Seedlings are only so strong, so remove any large rocks or wood pieces from the surface of your containers. Before I actually plant any seeds, I make sure I go and write down all of the important information of the plant that I'm planting that I want to remember. This will include things like the name, the variety, the day I started it, the days to maturity, etc., etc. All this stuff is super important to remember, and we'll keep it in a much convenienter spot than on the back of all the seed packages. Even if it's just quickly jotted down on a regular piece of paper, it will be extremely helpful for you to have this reference material. Here I'm planting some tomato seeds. With any kind of seed, it's a good idea to double up the seeds per cell just to ensure that at least one of them will germinate. If both end up popping up, you can thin them down to the strongest one or just separate them. I normally just end up thinning them. A good rule of thumb for knowing how deep to plant a seed is to do twice the depth of the seed's width. So basically, the smaller the seed, the shallower it needs to be planted, and the bigger the seed, the deeper it needs to be planted. Make sure to stop and label again the seeds that you just planted, because as much as you might think you will know, trust me, you probably will forget. Move your now planted seeds to a sunny location or under a grow light and wait for them to sprout.